Today we have an incredible person. She's a dancer, she's a musician, she's an influencer, she's an actress. We are joined by incredible Hope Ramafalo. Okay, sure. You are an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. Before we tap into the star you, growing up, have you always known yourself as a dancer?
I mean, listen, I've enjoyed, like, I loved dancing, but it wasn't a thing, yeah, okay, I am a dancer. So it was never like a thing of saying, you know what, I am going to do dance as a career. It was never a thing of saying, one day I want to be the greatest dancer ever. One day I'm going to dance on my piano. One day I want to be like a dancer. Like, it was never that. I just enjoyed dancing. It was just kind of like a gift that God gave me, and I did it as a passion, as a hobby, and it's just something that I did because I enjoyed it
From at what age you started dancing?
for as long as I can remember. According to my mom, like, the minute I could walk, I could just interpret music. So yeah, I think I've been dancing for quite some time.
And after school you went to varsity, you
Yes,
graduated.
yes.
Which course did you do?
I did sports science at ETH Sports College.
Were you playing sports?
Yes, so my thing is even in high school. So
Mm.
when by the time I was 16, I had already said, you know what, this is what I want to do. Because I was like that girl at school. Like, I was doing soccer, your athletics, your basketballs, your netballs, whatever sport you can basically find, that's what I was kind of doing. So by the time I was like 16, I had told myself that I want to be a personal trainer. And yeah, I kind of just like went with the fitness route from there. I just had to obviously weigh my options as to like, okay, how can I make fitness a career?
When
And yeah, so
when you
that's
talk about fitness, what do you mean fitness? Because like most of the time when people talk, I don't know, maybe we misconstrued people, but we think, or we tend to think about I want to cook the cheap and everything.
yeah,
What is fitness?
exactly that.
Mm.
Exactly that. It's basically physical activity to improve your health, improve your mental state, and everything that has to do with health and conditioning of your body. So exactly that. So I was a personal trainer before going into the dancing.
You have your own gym.
No, I don't. Yeah.
You are under a certain company.
No, I don't do fitness like I used to anymore. So I used to basically work at gym companies. So your Virgin Actives, your thinking, what's the other one, Mama? Planet Fitness,
Oh, Planet,
sorry, gym
yes.
companies. Yeah. So kind of that's what I was doing.
And you are one of the people which I can say lockdown was kind of a blessing to you. Um, Tell me about that process or about that moment. When did you realize to say, you know what, let me just use this time to create something?
Mm. So it was basically, yeah, like when COVID-19 hit, and obviously like the world came to a standstill, and like from there, that's when kind of like everything then opened for me. So obviously now I'm like just the type of person that could not be caught standing still and not doing anything.
Yes.
Um, if whether I was still working out, but I still needed like a form of income, right? So because now the gym is so late, you can't really work anymore like that. We had to do like a whole Zoom thing, to connect with the
Yes,
clients,
yes.
but that was also just not as effective as being there in the physical. So you know what, I was like, yo, listen, I need to do more. And then that's like when Amapiano started like coming up, and I was just really intrigued by the sound. I was intrigued by the dance movements that were going around, and I really just wanted to invest in that. So I was like, you know what, since while we're here, I went to YouTube because I just wanted to learn like
Yes,
how
yes.
to do amapiano. So I go to YouTube and I search the amapiano.
So before COVID, you were not dancing
Not
amapiano.
at all.
Mm.
Not at all. Like I said, dance was not even a thing that I considered as a career. It was just mainly a passion and just something that I did for fun. And when I was at home by myself and just like enjoying myself, but never like, you know, try to take this thing to the top. you know. So yeah, no, I mean, like, you know, street dancing, you just dance in the streets with a couple of friends, but like it was never really like a serious thing, you know. So yeah, I think
COVID
that's,
hits, you
yeah,
go
then
to
COVID
YouTube.
hits, and then, you know, then you I wanted to learn how to do amapiano. Then I went and I tried to search up how to dance amapiano. Sorry, amapiano tutorials. And I didn't find anything.
Mm.
You know, I didn't find anything. I was like, how? Like, everybody's on this amapiano move, and everybody's like, you know, trying to hop onto this thing, but like, how are they doing it? Because like, I'm trying to learn from YouTube, and that's when I got the brilliant idea to say, you know what, there's a problem. Let me be a solution to that problem. And that's when I started my YouTube channel teaching amapiano dance tutorials.
And it flourished so quickly.
Mhm.
I would say so quickly compared to some of us, because like it take years and years for YouTube to start,
Mhm.
recognizing your content. But with you, in 6 months, you were starting to monetize your
Yeah,
content.
yeah.
And how did you feel from the first time? Because your thing was trying to sort a problem that you realized that is there, trying to create a tutorial channel for Amapian. But
Mm.
now when man comes into place and now you get your received check, what was the feeling?
Oh man, I was over the moon. I was ecstatic because remember the only reason why I actually even like started it was because like there was no source of income because all the gyms have closed. I wasn't really working. I was at home, you know, just like stuck in the house. So, you know, when I started seeing that the money was coming in, then, you know, I was like, okay, cool. I'm onto something here, and you know, I just kept it going, but it felt really, really good.
And now man coming from YouTube and now the other sources that bring money. When was the first time you started getting bookings?
I think after I met my partner, Tluhimesh. So once I met my partner and we started doing dance intentionally, I think that's when we started getting like bookings, but it didn't like translate to like outside bookings. It was more like promos. So we did like song promos for artists and you know stuff like that until Mesh started doing music. So she was the first one to do music out of the two of us. So then, yeah, then we started getting booked outside. It was kind of like everything just happened so fast. Like everything just happened like this. So my YouTube channel was up. I made Mash. She started making music. We started dancing together. We were outside in maybe, I think like after a couple of, it didn't take a year though. It was less than a year for us to start getting bookings outside.
How did you meet Mesh?
Oh, long story short, it's actually quite a lengthy one. But long story short,
We do have time.
you know,
Let's go into
there's also that.
details. We do have time.
How I met my partner. Obviously, like I was posting like some dance content, obviously online, pushing the YouTube channel. That's actually how I actually started being active on in your Instagrams and TikToks because I was starting to push. You know, I wanted to push traffic to my YouTube
YouTube,
channel.
yes.
So obviously, she also had a video that was trending at the around the time. So Amapiano was really in the rise. So you can basically say I started the YouTube channel right on time. You know. So she also had a video trending at that time. Yeah, Askis. I'm sorry. Bonalidi Bunutsampopi. I think it was Moonchild's song. And yeah, I mean her video was like going crazy. Like everybody was just like on that video. So I mean, I obviously saw the video, but like you know, I just really enjoyed watching her video, and I was hoping to see other stuff. So then I click into her page, and obviously I see her other material, other dance videos, and I really really liked it. So I just liked a couple of videos, and you know, commented on one or two. Ah, kante wanyana utka wena di message di tsena kante yena o tlo decide. And then she actually DM'd me. And then after DMing me,
On
because
IG.
yeah, on IG, on Instagram, and then she was like, "Yo, when are we collaborating?" I say, "Yo, anytime is game. Like, let's go." Only to find Ugotia that she didn't really want to collaborate with me. She wanted to collaborate with me, but she actually wanted to see me. You know, so she had like a little bit of a crush, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then yeah, I guess like from the moment we met, so I drove all the way to her hood because I want to go see during COVID.
Yes, yes.
You could be outside. Like being outside wasn't like
just for a weird town that was
Yeah.
but outside, yeah.
Yeah, so the only place like I could freely go and be outside and we can do our thing was go Mamelodi. So I'd drive to her house, and then we would just like dance and just like drop content, and then we just saw like a really blossoming connection from the first video. So we dropped our first video to together, we're dancing to Focalistics, and I guess
Which year was this?
this was 2021. Yeah, 2021, I
A
think.
year after
4 years ago, yeah.
you
Just
started your
before.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. So yeah, we met around that time, and yeah, then from there it was just to the top. Mm.
So what was your following on IG before the YouTube channel?
Um, I think before the YouTube, I think I was at like 3K. Yeah, like 3,000 followers. And then it just like kept growing and growing and growing and growing till today.
And now it maybe before the year ends you will be on 1 million.
Listen, we are hoping, we are praying.
On
We're
TikTok you
working.
have about 1.2 million.
Yeah, 1.4 million.
1.4.
Yeah.
That's a big following.
I mean, listen, we try, we
It's
try,
a lot
yeah.
compared to some of us who like 5,000
Listen, we
followers.
we all start somewhere, and I didn't obviously wake up and on 1.4 million. It was just the consistency of just posting content and just being, specific about the content that you post. And yeah, I guess it's just a lot of hard work and just consistency and just putting your stuff out there, and eventually with time, you'll get there. Yeah.
Which one was the first brand that you collaborated with?
The first brand that I collaborated with, I think there's so many. I think the first like brand that I like, was is Converse. Yeah, Converse. I mean, before Converse was like local brands. I worked a lot with like local brands. Yeah,
that's the owner. They're from Rebellious Clothing.
yeah. Shout out, sir. So yeah, I mean, I worked a lot with some local brands, but I think like the first big deal that I got was definitely from Converse.
The shoes one.
Yes, the shoes and clothing. I mean, Converse is like a whole thing.
How much was the check, if you don't mind?
Unfortunately, I cannot disclose that. But it's definitely worth it.
And just like to kind of inspire some of us who are trying to do something, how did they find out about you? How did they reach out to you?
Oh man, this is actually such a beautiful story. Because my partner and I, we just love Converse. We just loved the brand from, without even the sponsors, without even being, collaborating with them in any shape or form. They actually took out these. This was actually our first Converse make that we bought.
Can you zoom them?
Yeah.
let people see.
Listen,
these are
sorry
dope
for
sneakers.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Let them see.
So these were like the first make Converse makes that we bought. Right, so Converse was just like dropping shoes, and they were just dropping like some insane like designs, right? Like just designs that are just made for like, like dancers and just superstars, and just like that's the energy that we were getting. So Mesh and I are just like really crazy about shoes. We're really big sneakerheads. And there's one time they dropped this for the first time, and then we said we are going to the shop right now to go and get them. We saved up our little money and we went to go buy our pairs, right? When we get there, we are literally arguing because as much as we are always dressed the same,
yes,
we don't like dressing the same. We just like the same thing. So then we end up like just taking, the same things because we like the same things. So jiggy, we get to the store, we argue a bit there in the store, who should take which one, and then we just ended up taking the same shoe because, well,
in terms of color.
In terms of color, yeah. In terms of color. So we both took the same shoes, and then we had a photo shoot the next day, just some PR pictures that we were shooting go Tropong, in Pretoria CBD. Yes. Yeah. Oh man, that was like, yeah, those are the times, eh? So we got there, did our PR shoot, and then we obviously posted, but we also tagged Converse,
Yes.
right? Only to find that the boss lady of Converse is gonna see those posts and was actually like, "Yo, guys, let's talk. I like your vibe. I like your style." And we feel like they felt like we aligned with the brand. And yeah, once one thing led to another, and we've been Converse babies for the past 3 years, 2 years now.
I like the fact that you guys got a sponsorship from the brand that you guys love,
Mm.
because at times I always say to my friends, man, you don't need to accept an offer that comes just because there's money in it,
Mm.
and you'll be like pretending to appreciate something and to feel comfortable in it, and it's not your thing.
Yeah.
Whether it can be local or international, let it be something that you have always loved and
Like, yeah.
appreciated. Don't just wear something because there's money in it.
Mm.
And do you check normally, like regularly, or maybe once in a maybe twice a week or 3 times your DMs? Because that's sometimes it's where people reach out to you for collaboration and sponsorship and everything.
Of course, I do check my DMs. It's just sometimes it gets really overwhelming because there's so many messages that come one after the other. So I always advise people to rather email me and my team, so that they can get a faster response. So that's what they did. They actually reached out to us on email, because then it's a bit, it's less traffic there. It's like very specific. So yeah, like DMs can get really, really overwhelming. But I do check them, and but if like it's like, really, really serious business, like, rather email me, and then yeah, everything can be taken from there.
And now you have brands that are reaching out to you, including, it's called Soul, nah? The beer one.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
good.
yes, yes.
Now you have brands that are reaching out to you. You are doing promos with them. Artists also, you're promoting their music,
Mm.
and you are dancing to people's songs on YouTube. And you have a problem with YouTube normally when you dance with people's songs, copyright and everything. At what point did you decide to start, you know what, I need to make my own music?
Actually, when I started, I think it was about 3 months ago. No, it's yo guys. The year's over, hey.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. It was last year in August. Last year August, my partner and I opened our own studio in our house, and we just decided that, you know what, we want to teach ourselves how to make music, but at our own comfort, in our own comfort. Because Hanchi, it's obviously not everybody that can afford or necessarily has the equipment to, record in the comfort of their own home. So you get to you travel a lot and go far and go here and there trying to record in other people's studios. But I saw that didn't personally work for me. It was just not something that I was not comfortable yet. So I wanted to go and practice and learn. And you know what, so my partner really said, you know what, girl, let's just do this thing in the house, so that whenever you feel like you wanna try something, or you have it, access just right there. So yeah, we actually did that, and then by mistake we just made my first single, Ingozi.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
So then we started, we made Ingozi. I mean, it was a fire song. I was doing it also just like as a practice session. I just wanted to kind of see. But my producer, Siko Wamino, he was just like, dog, this is actually fire. This might be your first single. And then Mesh came in. Mesh is like, yo, bruh, this is fire. We are dropping this right now. I said, what? I was actually not even ready. But yeah, because they pushed me and motivated me. Then yeah, then the music scene was born.
You have about four, how many singles?
I've got 3 now.
Three. Oh. And I saw Shori has a music video.
Yes, just
The
number
Mamelodi
7.
one,
Yes.
and with yourself, you don't have a music video yet.
Yeah.
When are you dropping one?
Listen, very, very, very soon. That is actually in the works. My team and I have, I've sat down and said, yo, I think it's about that time you drop a music video, more specifically for my latest single, Dalagayona, that is like making waves in the streets. So yeah, I'm definitely planning something really big for that. So yeah.
And you guys, when I say you guys, you and Clock, you're extremely talented. You can sing, you can dance. So I think when you drop a music video together, it's going to be like a dope one
Yeah,
in terms of
it's
your.
definitely gonna be a moment that I think a lot of the people who follow us have been waiting for, and I think it's also just like would be the best introduction of us into the music space. We have been making music and doing music, but it's obviously just like, just the game of consistency
Mm.
until you find that one song that really goes. And Talaga, was that for us. So it definitely deserves a music video.
I had Limpopo Boy here on the show,
Hmm.
so he told me that he's making music also. He told me the reason, one of the reasons he wants to make music or he started making music is because whenever he posts a video on YouTube which has someone's songs, now he has to share the revenue with the owner of the song. So
Hmm.
now I was like, for me not to do that, at least let me dance to my own songs, which sometimes I will say it's not possible, you
Mm.
see. So with you, how do you work around that with YouTube having to, copyright? Sometimes they strike you with copyrights
Hmm.
and everything. You have to make money at the end of the day with the content.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, I actually picked that up even before, like when I was still doing my tutorials, that you can't use somebody else's music, otherwise you can't monetize your content. So what you do is, well, what I was doing anyway was that I would find beats, just like random amapiano beats, like background beats. Sounds like amapiano, but it's not like anyone's song. It doesn't
Mm.
belong to anybody anyway. So I would just like use samples of that and just cut them up and make like one. So kind of like producing a soundtrack, but just in the background because I'm teaching. I don't really need the music like that,
Yes, yes, yes.
there were times where I was just like, there's nothing I can do. I did a whole we did choreography, energy, and we put time into our dance videos, and it would be weird if we just like kind of not used the
Mm-hmm.
music that we rehearsed to, or otherwise the whole thing just gets thrown off. So sometimes it's just like, okay, but it will get you followers, it will get you views, just not monetizing. And then yeah, so now at least I'm dancing to my own music, so the revenue comes straight to me.
And now you don't have a deal with any publishing company. You are distributing your own music by yourself.
No, I'm not distributing. I have a distributor. We're currently distributing with Ingrooves. I think it's Virgin Music now. It's part of the Universal Music Group. So that's who's distributing our music for us.
I thought you're distributing your own music because I saw one of your songs on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so what that's also kind of something that they help us with.
Yeah.
So instead of creating a whole new page for my music,
Yes.
then they just transfer it to my own YouTube channel, so that everybody who follows me and subscribe to my channel still has access to the music. So which is pretty dope.
Music videos also will be distributed by them.
Yes.
Mm.
So yeah, it's like a plug thing.
What's your relationship with Channel O?
I was a presenter on Channel O. We were doing the show, Ganelin Groove. Yeah.
I don't watch TV that much. I don't know about it. Which year?
This year. I
Mm.
think yeah, we finished. We wrapped actually this year. So yeah, that was actually one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life. It was my first time presenting. And yeah, it was just like really really dope. So yeah, I was a presenter on Groove.
Is there like going to come maybe season 2 of the show?
We really hope so. We hope so. We fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed. But yeah, would really love to see what that is about.
In terms of acting, you have shot one film, eh?
Two.
Two.
Yeah. So Masupa 1 and Masupa 2. I actually also did the Netflix series Jiva.
I
Yeah, I
saw
was on
that
there.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm. So, is there anything else that you're working on in terms of acting? Maybe an upcoming movie.
Not necessarily now, more I think in the reality show
Mm.
space. But yeah, I think there's a lot that you guys can like, look forward to in terms of acting and just TV spaces.
In terms of tours, because Mapiano is booming,
Mm.
going around the globe. You can go to UK, Australia. You see what Limpopo Boy is doing. Are you guys planning something like that?
I mean, already we've done a UK tour, we've done a Europe tour. I just came back from the US, Atlanta.
Really?
Listen, we are on our way to probably even more. So yeah, it's just stuff that we have to plan out, but definitely doing a tour, a world tour very soon. And yeah, I just hope like, it just pops off the way I imagined it to.
For Amapian tutorials.
Yeah.
That's dope. Getting paid in dollars now.
Exactly. And pounds, darling, and dollars, you name it.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. The fact that you guys are not like confounding your talents and gifts to say we only want to focus on dancing, on influencing. There are many other things. We can go to UK. They love Amapiano. We can go and teach them. Why not collaborate with this brand? If they need someone to act who's a dancer, why not I? It's a dope thing.
Yeah.
Probably in the future when you guys have made enough money, can start a production company and whatever that you guys want to do. In terms of music, where do you guys, as when I say you guys, I'm referring to Hlok also, where do you guys see yourself in the next maybe 5 or 10 years?
Honestly, music wise, would love obviously to continue making music. But more importantly, just learn also just like the side of business as well, so that we can integrate with, other musicians. And I think the biggest thing for Mesh and I is that we want to be the people who create opportunities that we didn't have. We want to be the people who open doors that weren't necessarily open for us. And we just love seeing other talented dancers, singers, and actors, and we would love to open up, the space for, other people who didn't necessarily have the same opportunities that we have, to come in and say, you know what, like let's work, let's operate, let's create a new legacy for ourselves.
In terms of opening space, you mean like opening your own academy?
Yeah, I
Dance
mean,
academy?
academies, recording company, you name it, schools, dance schools, just like, opening up the floor for, the masses to come through, and so we can also just share what we have, been through and our experiences as well.
Yeah, that's dope. I wish you guys all the best. I wish Tlog was here
Yeah,
also, but
same.
I hope we will have her one day
Yeah.
whenever she's not busy.
Yeah.
And guys, I just wish you all the best in everything that you do. I wish you guys more growth, more success,
Thank you.
and also just to be careful in everything that you guys do. Stay humble, stay vigilant. So many things out there. Anything that you want to say as your closing words?
Honestly, thank you guys so much for having me on your podcast. This is an amazing space. Thank you guys so much for making me feel comfortable. I was actually quite nervous. And yeah, I hope like, whoever watches this can get something from it and, learn something from it. And yeah, I think this is really, really dope. So thank you.
No, we are the one who are blessed here. We just a bunch of nobody trying to do something. So having someone like yourself who has already established herself to make time to come and talk to us out of your busy schedule. There's so many things that you could be doing that can be making money for you, but you decided to travel all the way to come and sit here. We don't take this lightly, and we will always be grateful. And as I said before, all the best, guys, in everything that you do,
Thank you, my
and
brother.
more growth and more success.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching our episode. Please just continue to subscribe and like our videos, comment, share, to make sure that we are growing. The more we grow, the more we attract more guests to come on the show. We'll see you on our next episode. Remember to go and check Rebellious in Instagram, YouTube. They have also a YouTube channel on Facebook, also even on Google. Just make sure you check their merchandise. And if you like some of them, you can place your order. We'll see you guys in our next episode. Thank you. That was
Yay!
it.
Thank you guys so much. You know,
Yeah.
thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you
This
so
was really
Again,
dope.
I apologize for.
No.
No, it's been a year we talked.